definitely the heart and soul of this basketball.
Heartbeat of this program forever.
Without him, I'm not sure if we would be here. He's our captain.
He left his footprint on this program.
Ultimate leader.
We're playing with and through Coach every game.
Person that, we turn to for everything.
He lived it, he ate it, he drank it, he sleeped it. It was all about LaRoche basketball. Basketball was extremely important to him, but it was LaRoche basketball.
He had other things going on, but basketball was number one in his life. It was number one in his heart, and that's the only thing he wanted to do, was do something good with the game.
Scott had an intimate relationship with every kid that came through that front door of the center. And he gave a lot of kids a chance that never would have had a chance to play college basketball.
He recruited us because of our character first, before our basketball talent. That came second. He liked building, well, you say boys into men.
He once had an offer from a small Division I school. By the time he got back to Pittsburgh, by the time he got back to LaRoche, he said he made his mind up and that's just not for him. He enjoyed this atmosphere. He thought he could make a bigger impact on people's lives.
Me and Coach used to have long talks about, the upcoming year, and he used to tell me all the time, we got a lot of good guys coming in, and we really have a good shot at winning the AMCC championship.
He said, but we have a combination this year, which like I've never seen before. And he felt it, and he knew it, and he talked about it. And that was the first time he'd ever been like that with a group of young men.
We had a great conversation, and the last thing he said to me was, remember, Mike, they may be wealthy, but we're rich. And that's the last thing we said to each other, but he believed that wholeheartedly. He was one of the richest men in America, in his mind.
I was working with the bigs, and he came over and jumped into the drill, and got involved, physically involved with his players, trying to drive them and push them.
Coach Lang was with the big men working them out. We're about to be switching into a full court drill, and then he kind of knelt down on one knee, asked for water at first, and then he kind of started slowly going to the seated position on the floor. Then he kind of laid down. He asked for 911.
Assistant coach Hermie Carmichael come up. He said, well, Scott just collapsed down there. And I took off, and I went to his head, and I was holding his head, and I'm like, Scott, just fight. Just like you tell your team, you fight. We're all here for you.
I think about the coaches walking into this locker room and then them telling us, Coach Lang passed, and just everybody just breaking down. Every basketball player that was in this gym at that time was hurt that day.
I wasn't holding back my tears, but I just still couldn't believe it. So I went out, shot around a little bit. Next thing you know, everybody else come out, a little bit shooting.
We were here all night. We were here till about 2 a.m. just in the gym, talking, shooting around, kind of trying to put smiles on our face, tell happy stories about Coach, just out some funny stuff just to try to get over the tragedy that happened.
It's just like a brotherhood. We're family. It's a big loss, but we know Coach Lang will want us to just keep going, keep pushing hard.
After watching their coach, some of these kids, the only father figure they'll ever have in their lives, after watching him pass in front of them on that Red Hawk logo, and then to make this run has been unbelievable.
If you don't love that man sitting beside you, don't leave this locker room. But if you do, like Coach loved every one of you, go out there and defend together and suffer together and play together. Now bring it in. 1, 2, 3, together.
Welcome everybody to Coach Scott Lang Court, where the LaRoche Redhawks will fight the Penn State Barren Lions for the Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference Tournament Championship. .55-53, Redhawks lead. 1 second on the clock. High three-point shot is up and blocked, and it's no good. The game's over. The Redhawks have won.
The first thing I thought of was Coach, just because he got me here, he got us here. We played all year for him, and I mean, the tears were flowing. It was just tears of joy. It just felt so good.
This is what he prayed for. 14 years, he prayed for a group of young men that loved each other, that would give up their body for each other, and he knew that this was the team. He knew this team was special. He knew that they would get it done.
I'm so proud of those young men. I'm so proud of my brother for doing it the right way. I was elated that we were able to see his dream come true, an AMCC Conference Championship, and I was missing him tremendously.